For whatever reason, it seems like as soon as someone starts watching a music video on YouTube, they can't help but be weird. Today I've compiled some of the funniest and strangest YouTube comments on music videos. This idea actually stemmed from when I was doing my review of the Beatles' Revolver. This guy wrote, "Paul's masterpiece. If it was the only song he ever wrote, he would have still been remembered forever." First off, that's not true. If he wrote one song and disappeared off the face of the earth, I'm not sure that he would be remembered forever. I think he was kind of remembered since he was part of, I don't know, the biggest band of the 60s. But don't worry, this person has some support, because after a year or so, this person said, "I agree totally." And then seemingly forgetting that they wrote that, or just because they didn't understand whether or not people thought that they were supporting them, commented again. Totally agree. Personally, I'm hoping that they comment again because I'm not entirely sure what they think. Next up, we have James absolutely destroying the legacy of the Beatles with one comment. "Based on a true story, song. Parentheses, masterpiece though. I don't think the Beatles can rest peacefully anymore after reading that." Next up, we have John Bender saying Mozart would say this is his favorite song. And before you might be thinking, what does John know? John has never met Mozart before. Zerb Dave said, I think he would, so yep, Mozart's favorite song. But Whiskey Victor doesn't think so, it's really anyone's game at this point. For a rare funny comment, we have left ear L, right ear Eleanor Rigby, which is more just observational, but at this point, I'll take literally anything. Next up is a slew of comments for Mumford & Sons' song Little Lion Man. The first comment is one of the worst ones in my opinion, which is literally just the lyrics of the song. If I wanted to know the lyrics, I could look them up, and they wouldn't have mistakes. This comment got a ton of replies because they kept mixing up words. But my favorite part of this comment, which not a lot of the other comments of these types do, they added just harmonizing in the middle here. Like, I understand if you want to put the lyrics so that people can understand what they're saying, but it's another thing to put harmonizing down. But maybe they are just trying to help deaf people out, and I think that's very noble. Next up is a comment, "I love the vocals, so smooth and harmonious. I will listen to more of these guys." Which feels more like an inside thought because it's not that interesting. Like, cool man, I'm glad you like it. Yeah. And then another comment, "Why doesn't this have more views? I'm confused." As millions of views on YouTube and way more on other streaming services. Not everybody on Earth likes the same song. Duke. But the best one is probably from Connor Davis, who said, "The comment section on YouTube is a dark place, but not this one," which is really great and self-aware, until you look at the comment above it, which literally just says, "This song butters my croissant." Next up, the top comment on Soul Meets Body by Death Cab for Cutie is, if you're listening to Death Cab for Cutie in 2026, you're probably old enough to remember when MTV played music videos, with a fire emoji. MTV played music videos up until like months ago. It's one thing to take a personal experience and make it into a shared experience for some reason, but it's really just another thing to take this shared experience that millions of people have had and make it a very selective experience. Another type of common posting on these videos is just the oversharing. Now, it's great and all if this brings up lots of memories, and even if you want to share it, but there's so many of these comments. I'm not going to read this out because there's a lot of stuff in here, but it's just like, that's great and all, but why YouTube comments of all places? I don't think any social media is the greatest place to post super personal details about yourself. Did not stop this person talking about their time in prison, though. Glad you're out, I guess. Speaking of gatekeeping experiences, this person just commented, "Back when this music was just called indie and you weren't a hipster for listening to it." Indie music has literally never been more mainstream. Not only that, they posted this comment 11 years ago, which was like 10 years after this song released. So they're saying back when it was a decade ago. They're not talking about the 1970s, they're talking about 2005. Then right under it, someone said, "To the youngsters who are lamenting the lack of quality in today's music, there's lots of good music out there, but you aren't going to find it on the radio." There's plenty of good music being released. This is one of the songs that helped Death Cab for Cutie become more mainstream. It's not that there's a lack of quality in today's music, it's just that there's a flood of music, and so there's a disproportionate amount of lesser quality music because the pool is just more diluted. Next up are all the comments on the Wallflowers' song One Headlight, including a rare triple whammy of comments talking about the year 1997. Oh yeah. I'm not going to read all of these because these are also more into the oversharing category, but I do like the last sentence of the third one, which just says, "I want to go home again, but I'm homesick for a place that doesn't exist anymore." dude, are you alright? Sounds like you're really going through it, man. I'm not gonna show them here, but the worst comments that you can find are probably on Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People. Go figure. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Franz Ferdinand, Take Me Out, which I think is probably one of the best comment sections of a music video that you can ask for, because literally all of them are just talking about the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. And yes, most of them are funny. My favorite is probably, I'm glad Franz was able to bounce back from that unfortunate event and look back on it with humor. I don't know what part is my favorite, but it's probably the fact that this person just refers to Franz Ferdinand by his first name, like they just know each other. Next up, it's less oversharing, but it's way more pandering just to a certain crowd of people that feel the exact same way so that you can get more likes. Which is Nobody, My Brain at Midnight. Hey, remember this song? The song that you haven't heard in years? Listen to it. Listen to it now. This is The Killers' Somebody Told Me. And just like they wanted, they got 15,000 likes and 126 comments. So, whatever. Next up is just kind of a sad one. This is for The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, and it was from 6 years ago, so 2020. Just wrote, he said, we'll carry on. He didn't lie. This is especially sad considering the fact that 2 years after that comment release, they dropped a 6-minute song and then literally nothing else, aside from the tours and stuff. So maybe lie isn't the right word, but like, this person might be a bit disappointed. Or not. I hope they're happy. Also in this comment section, probably my least favorite comment that I've read so far today. Who else is randomly listening to old songs? This is from a month ago, just for perspective. And it's like, yeah, Paul, everyone listens to old songs. It's called the passage of time. Just because a song turns 1 year old doesn't mean I stop listening to it. Next up, Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day. Amanda Austin said, if they don't play this at the Super Bowl, I'm rioting. So sorry, Amanda, I hope you don't end up rioting. To be fair, they only played half of 3 different songs. But hey, what are you gonna do? Just for a reminder, Jesus of Suburbia is a 9-minute long song. However, that didn't stop Crumbworks from saying, I kid you not, this has been my ringtone for 17 plus years, for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's a great song. Number 2, it starts off loud and punchy from the get-go, which is what you want when the phone rings, something to grab your attention. Number 3, I've never met anyone who has it as their ringtone, so when it goes off, it's guaranteed to be me. This falls neatly in the category of YouTube comments, just like explaining stuff for absolutely no reason. It's like going up to someone on the street and explaining why you love the coffee that you just bought. Like, okay, man, I'm glad you like it, but we really didn't need to know. Next up on Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis, we have someone saying, I wish that these two Beatles would stop arguing and fighting and make more of this beautiful music. Number 1, I'm not entirely sure why they're calling them Beatles. I really also haven't put much thought into thinking about it, but maybe they're just saying that all British people sound the same. Second, this was from 9 years ago and now has over 200 comments, probably all from people just telling them, oh my god, you're never gonna believe this, because of the Oasis reunion tour. Oh, and then right under it, anyone in 2026? Like, yes, people still listen to music. Just because the new year is ringing in doesn't mean I immediately have to start listening to songs I've never heard before. Charlie. Now for maybe one of my favorite comments from StringTube. After 7 fucking years I find this song. Now I can die in the Area 51 raid. Again, from 6 years ago, this was 2020. Were they raiding Area 51 in 2020? I feel like everyone was inside because of, I don't know, a global pandemic. But I guess StringTube was doing things their way. Next up is, this song makes me want to curl my mustache and wear a flannel shirt and suspenders and smoke a pipe and quit my job and become an artisanal cheesemaker. Which I think is pretty funny because of just how true it is. But again, it's just like, this song makes me want a blank comment category, which is so overused. However, I do think it's funny because it's right above the comment, this song hits different when you're struggling with abandonment issues, anger issues, and all of the people you care about have left you. Like, oh my god. That's like super oversharing, and the other one is like, oh my god, this makes me want to become a cheesemaker. Oh, and then the one above it says, $20 handheld with $7 shareables, commenting about how this is such a millennial song that you would hear in a restaurant. Don't worry, there's about 8,000 of these comments now because people just love being original. Finally, we're gonna go to another of Monsters and Men's song, Crystals, which had a music video, but it was more of a lyric video. They just had different people singing along to it. And the top comment is, this man has the face of a professor, of a humble servant, of a rightful medieval king, of a poor philosopher, of an artist. You feel you can trust him. And below that, I don't know who this man is, but I trust him. I don't know who this random man is, I just know I love him. And this is the face of the man. Like, hey, I'm glad he's getting all this good press, but like, everyone is just saying the same things. How about we comment on the actual music or something? Anyways, that's all for me today.